Being a person who enjoys kingdom building, I always have high expectations from these manhwas and mangas. So I've checked out as many kingdom building mangas as I could find. There are actually quite a number of decent ones, which are worth reading. But here are also some which I don't find interesting too. In this video, I would like to listen and list 10 best kingdom building mangas for everyone to read so you can spend your time to enjoy them instead of searching on the web. Yes, it is a difficult task to get all these out there, but let's begin. Number 10. Doomed to be a King. This is a story about a time traveler who got himself into a body of a young man who was doing a job in a count's palace. Then he gets his system with him, which gave its first mission to its host, leaving the palace and reaching the King Mountain and settling down there. This system allows him to buy exclusive items like farmland, rice, house, skills, and many more things through magic stones and lotteries. Slowly, people started getting attracted to this place. Well, the plot is generic with comedic cliches, and its comedy gets better with chapters. There are not so much well-developed characters though. But the MC is likable, so yeah. Number 9. High school prodigies have it easy even in another world. In Japan, there are 7 superhuman high schoolers who are world-class geniuses in various fields ranging from governance to economics and beyond. On one fateful day, these 7 wind up in a plane accident and wake up only to find themselves in another world. Finding themselves in a foreign place where magic and beast people are real, they immediately proceed to panic, or at least that's what would have happened if they were, if they were run over by some of the mill students. If anything, these 7 are actually using their talents to do absolutely ludicrous things so they can go home. Number 8. Become the castellan in another world. When a gamer in a homebody starts the buff of traveling through time and space, he certainly chooses to make waves. Make waves and make waves. Domineering cat lady, Lori fox lady, girly rabbit lady. This is not a zoo, this is a fantastic another world under the rule of the law of the jungle. In a real strategic game and a huge conspiracy crisis, the overlord of another world is emerging, with the rest nothing but losers. Kingdom building genre has a lot of potential. Number 7. The strongest florist. The story is still pretty new, but I can already see some problems developing. Fee gets titles and skills far too easily, and they often seem to act as a plot armor. There is way too much fighting for a player who only wants to play the game in order to be a florist, with the current adventure seeming to have nothing to do with flowers or even plants. I love this manga so much. The art is really awesome, and even though he's built like a fighter with a fearsome scowl, Jae-ho, who would love nothing more than to become a florist instead. Unfortunately, Jae-ho's overbearing father disapproves, pushing his son to become an MMA fighter instead. Number 6. The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. Did I just say nation? Wow. Anyway, Prince Wayne is ready to commit treason, and who can blame him? Faced with the impossible task of ruling his pathetic little kingdom, this poor little guy just can't catch a break. But with his brilliant idea of auctioning off his country, this lazy prince should be able to retire once and for all. Or that was the plan. Until his treasonous schemes lead to disastrous consequences, namely accidental victories and the favor of his people. Enjoy it. It's a decent story. Number 5. From Elf Reincarnation to Cheat Kingdom Founding Chronicle. The plot is quite original. A genius magician to fight against his fate to die a natural death from old age, grasped at the truth of magic to allow himself to reincarnate with a power he created himself. The cycle of reincarnation is repeated multiple times, and his 31st reincarnation, the magician became a boy named Cyril who lives in a village of elves. However, that village is ruled by humans and the elves are treated as cattle. After becoming 14 years old, Cyril, who regained his past knowledge and experience, stands up to help a girl, Lucy, who is his childhood friend. Number 4. Solo glitch player. It starts off with a really good start that explains properly that the story is going to be about one of the most memorable mangas that I've ever read. Tae-Pung Shin knows every nook and cranny of his favorite MMO video game, Paradiso, like it was the back of his hand. However, his gaming adventures suffer an abrupt end after his untimely death. But this is not his last hurrah, since he's reincarnated as Jared, a delinquent lord of a frozen province in Paradiso. Now he must brave the world he loved and take advantage of all glitches he knows about, of course, and turn himself into the main character of his solo new adventure. The story is good and the character developments are amazing. The art is top-notch as well. Number 3. Minoguera, the Apocalypsis, World Conquest by Civilization of Ruin. A breath of fresh air to the manga industry, the plot is interesting and the art fits perfectly with the plot, and the MC is wise. Reincarnated as an evil god, Iratakuro succumbed to illness at a young age and ended up reincarnating in a world that resembled the strategy simulation game. Eternal nations of what he loved playing when alive. What appeared in front of him was a toe, a girl belonging to the evil civilization that he used to play as. Number 2. Dr. Stone. This is an amazing manga. The art was beautiful and the characters were entertaining and mysterious. This is possibly one of the best mangas I've ever read to this date. The story is quite unique and it's pretty original and well, it's pretty strange too. One fateful day, all of humanity was petrified by a blinding flash of light. After several millennia, high schooler Taijo awakens and finds himself lost in a world of statues. However, he is not alone. His science-loving friend, Senko, been up and running for a few months. He's got a grand plan in mind, to kickstart civilization with the power of science. There truly is something for everyone in this manga. And you, the individual, will find it does more than enough to grab your interest. Number 1. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. One of the best kingdom building mangas out there, and one of my favorite animes too. Mikami's middle age hasn't gone as he planned. He never found a girlfriend, he got stuck in a dead-end job, and he was abruptly stabbed to death in the street at 37. So when he wakes up in a new world straight out of a fantasy RPG, he's definitely disappointed but not exactly surprised to find that he's not a knight or a wizard, but a blind slime demon. But there are some chances for even a slime to become a hero. In general, it's pretty good and it has an excellently detailed artwork, and it does a pretty decent job of keeping the story engaging. A few characters stand apart from the crowd, though the majority of them don't. It's still able to have a main character, Rimuru, who grows immensely overpowered, yet still has threats that actually challenge them. It's a pretty good anime. It should be an anime, right? Because the manga itself is really good. This manhwa is amazing. Now, its anime should be just as good, because if it's not, I'm suing everybody. That's all for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, then give this video a like and share it with your friends and your family, and also don't forget to subscribe for more Top 10. Stay safe and take care. My name is Sita Khan, and I'm the voice of the voiceless. See ya!